Hello, this is Joseph Leiden, and this is my video presentation for Political Science 377 on the housing deficit. It's become common knowledge over the past couple of years that being able to afford a home in the current market has become a pipe dream for many Americans. The housing market is in one of the worst states ever in our nation's history, and the main cause has been the limited supply of housing available for consumers to explore. Because there aren't many homes available for purchase, the ones that are available typically sell for far more than they're worth. Some experts have estimated that the US is short nearly 4 million homes that it needs to meet demands. But how did we get to this point? Our housing market wasn't always in this sorry state. In fact, dating back to the early 2000s, the US actually had a surplus of homes available for purchase. But the 2008 financial crisis wreaked havoc on the housing market. Construction rates for new homes plummeted during the recession, and nearly 15 years later, they still have not recovered. The deficit has been steadily increasing each year since 2008, and COVID-19 made the problem worse. Labor shortages and increasing costs of raw materials needed for construction expanded the deficit even further, and that is where we find ourselves today. However, there's more to the supply issues than just recessions and pandemics. There are a couple of other factors helping to keep the housing supply low. The simplest factor is the increased demand for housing across the country. As our population grows, more potential home buyers start exploring their options, but there still isn't much to go around. As social and legal barriers are broken down, traditionally marginalized ethnic groups are able to start looking for homes in greater numbers, adding to the demand. Elderly homeowners are able to stay out of nursing homes thanks to improved medical technology, and so they remain engaged with the housing market as well. All of these groups deserve to participate in the search for a home, but the limited supply can't meet all the demands. Real estate investors are another factor keeping the housing supply low. Since the 2008 financial crisis, investors have been competing in the housing market and purchasing huge numbers of units to keep them off of the market. By buying homes and keeping the supply low, these opportunists are able to greatly overcharge when selling or renting to ordinary customers because they have nowhere else to go. These opportunistic practices need to be stopped if the housing market ever hopes to make a recovery. As more and more young people start the search for a home, the challenge waiting for them has become insurmountable. High demands, low construction rates, economic turmoil, and greedy investor practices have contributed to a housing market that falls well short of their needs. They have a severely limited number of options to choose from, and all of the options that they have are severely overpriced because of a limited supply. Our government needs to take action to address these issues and make the idea of owning an affordable home a realistic one once again.